Okay, we are live, and as we promised yesterday, that we'll come on a live session with you guys to have a chat regarding the ongoing WPL 2026. You guys are welcome to ask any questions. Me and Trishati will give the answers, but for now, I have started the live because Trishati will join in 5 or 7 minutes. So till then, you have to bear me only. But yeah, as we all know that today there is no match in the ongoing WPL 2026. Tomorrow we are again the action is back, and tomorrow it's a huge game. GG are taking on UP Warriors. Gujarat Giants taking on UP Warriors. UP Warriors yet to play in the Vadodara league, but I think yeah, I think it's a huge game for both of the teams, especially for GG. I think after two back-to-back wins, three consecutive losses, and suddenly things are not looking good for Ashley Gardner, the captain. After two games, we are thinking, okay, Ashley Gardner as captain is doing get good things, but yeah, if you see the last three games, things are not looking good for UP Warriors. They have managed to get some rhythm back in that campaign. Three back-to-back losses, everything was going wrong, but suddenly defeating the defending champions Mumbai Indians twice in a row, and then you are heading into the Vadodara look with four, leg with 4 points in 5 games. So huge game, and yesterday as DC won a crucial game in the context of their campaign. Uh, I think for Mumbai also things are not looking good. So a lot of things happening, and today only we will discuss and we'll answer your questions regarding that only. But yeah, as I mentioned earlier, that let Tushadi come and then we'll take the questions one by one because Tushadi has to take for some technical glitch or something. I cannot see the question right now. That is why I can take. But but till then I want to discuss one thing that you know Gigi's problem. What has been Gigi's problem? I think we have done a video earlier also that over dependency on overseas players. I think that has been a problem. They have given chances to young talents like Anushka Sharma. She looked good. Unfortunately, that injury happened. But again, in the last game, she made a comeback. Again, she looked confident, but yeah, she couldn't score that big. Or maybe something like that will make an impact. But yeah, I think she has a good prospect. Someone like Happy Kumari look decent, only one over ball, but I think as a captain you need to keep faith on Indian domestic talents more. Otherwise, you cannot success as a team in an Indian Premier League, right? Where the Indian players are crucial. Right? Ultimately, it's a women's Premier League (WPL). It's an Indian Premier League, like Indian League. So here the Indian players are going to be crucial for your success. As you cannot win a tournament just depending on four overseas players. Whoever the player is doesn't matter. So I think as captain, if you see the way she has used sources like Tanuja Kanwar the bowler, Rajeshwari Gaikwad the bowler. I think she could have done much better, and that could have helped Gigi. But she has failed completely. Even in the last game, she even dropped Rajeshwari Gaikwad. Tanuja Kanwar was there, and it was expected that if anyone is going to be dropped in between them, it will be Rajeshwari Gaikwad because of the one-dimensional thing. She will only give you those 4 overs or maybe a decent fielder. But with Tanuja Kanwar, excellent fielder, good batter, and also a good bowler, very street smart bowler. So I think yeah, but let's see what will the combination for them. For UP Warriors, the opening pair, Meg Lanning, game by game, she has looked good. She has managed to get back her rhythm. But when it comes to Kiran Navgire, I think it is a disappointing season so far, especially the short selections. One thing that you are not scoring runs, you are not being able to score runs, you are going through a tough phase. That happens with everyone. That happens with everyone. That is fine. But how you are tackling yourself at that moment, how you are approaching the next game after failing in the last game, that is one that you look forward from a particular player. From Kiran Nagwire you expect better things, but the short selection that she made a game by game again and again, I think that was quite frustrating. So that is why maybe I will, maybe Tushari will also agree. I will ask her once she joins us. But I think it's high time for UP Warriors to give chances, like someone like G Trisha. I think Gongade Trisha looked very good as a prospect in the under 19 setup. She's a very good batter, can bat at top, can bowl, can also chip in with bowl. She also has that knack of taking wickets like Shafali Burma. Same kind of a bowler mostly. So that can be useful also. So Jitusha can bat at the top. If you really want to use that, you know, maybe Fibilich field and McLennan pair at the top. Though I will not want that. I will want Privilege to bat at number three only. I think she has settled that position beautifully. So I think Gongadi Trisha must be the option. I think it would be huge opportunity for her to play at a stage like WPL and to play into open an innings with someone like Meg Lanning. What a honor, what a opportunity for her will be. To open like someone like Meg Lanning. What a learning, uh, many things that she can learn from while she will bat against with McLaren. So I think let's see if they go with that change or not, because I think it's high time. Game by game, if your opening pair is not scoring runs, that will be problematic. CDC, I think in the last game it was so needed that you scored those important quick fire runs when the ball is new in the first 6 overs, and they did so. The Shafali Verma and Lizelle Lee pair, they did so. They did so beautifully. And Jemimah also mentioned that in the post-match presentation that the importance of the opening pair is quite immense. And she called she called the Shafali and Lee pair a destructive pair. And I think they have been brilliant. I think Tushari has mentioned it several times already that more than 60%, 60 approx 60% runs have came come before yesterday's game only from Shefali Verma, Lizelle Lee, and Laura Ulvar's bat. I think yesterday Jemimah also contributed with that unbeaten 51 knock. What a knock that was! But overall, I think they have been brilliant, especially Lizelle Lee playing her first season in WPL. The way she has jailed into the side, and DC also, we have to give credit to DC management also, the way they have shown faith on a overseas player who has not played any game before in WPL. Still they showed that faith on her, and as of now, Lizelle has done good things. She has repaid that faith. So yeah, I think for UP Warriors also, they would love to have an opening pair who will give them that big start, because that is needed. Otherwise, things will not be easy. So yeah, I think that is the part. Okay, let me check if I can take few question here and there. No, for some reason I'm not being able. No, on screen I cannot see. It's very small. But yeah, let's wait for 2 3 minutes. So that is what I think. Again, yesterday I think Marizanne Kapp was fantastic with the ball. And for okay, let's talk about MI also. I think for MI, again, the playing 11 debacle. What is going on? No one knows. You, you, if you are playing Shabnam Ismail, you are dropping Amelia Care. If you are playing Amelia Care, then you are dropping, and if you are and you are going with someone like Haley Matthews at the top, because right now with Kamalin being injured, you don't have a proper opener apart from Haley Matthews. So a lot of issue for them, because uh, how can you expect consistency? How can you expect good start every game from someone like Sajana Sajivan at the top? Sajana Sajivan is a player for the middle order. She can be the finisher, and she has played that role so far in many games. But okay, Trishati has joined. Yes, Trishati has
Hello,
joined.
hello.
Yes, and now your questions will be taken. As of now, I was just going through the teams, that what has been the good and bad for them. But Trishati, now you can go for the questions.
Oh, you are waiting for me to go for the questions.
Yes,
That's okay.
yes.
Okay, guys, hold on a second. Let me take out the questions. You can hear me clearly, right?
Yes,
Okay, done. Chalo. Avinash Arora. What is the injury replacement rule in WPL IPL? Is there any medical committee to judge on replacement on medical reports? No, I think you submit it to the franchises, and franchises also have their own physios. So they go through the report, and then if both the medical teams match on the same point that you cannot play, then of course you go ahead and get a replacement. You of course have to present it to the BCCI, and the BCCI also have to agree. So yeah.
Mm.
Um, Avinash Arora says, or is it like Team Physio says she's not fit, then they can replace player without other consultation? No, no, there has to be proper reports and all. अभी ऐसे थोड़ी होता है अविनाश कि मेरा मन किया मैंने बोल दिया कि नहीं नहीं मैं तो अनफिट हूँ. नहीं हो सकता. यदु शैला Yadu Shaila Murali. Which four foreigners will help Mumbai Indians? They are chopping and changing every matches. Your thoughts, Snehashish? Who should be the like? If you have to say, so you have five choices, right? You have Haley Matthews, Amelia Kerr, Shabnim Ismail, Natsivar Brandt, Nicola Carey. For the next two group matches, who should be your four overseas players?
Uh, I will drop Haley Matthews right now. As of now, I will drop Haley Matthews as of now, and I will go with another new opening pair. Maybe a Riggs, but Amanjot Kaur and Nicola Carey. I think Nicola Carey can bat at the top. The kind of
Wow.
batting she can dan, she has shown. I think she can bat at the top. So Nicola Carey and Amanjot Kaur, left and right hand combination at the top, and then Nat Shiva Brand, then Harmanpreet Kaur, and then and then the rest of batters. So yeah, so Nicola Carey, Nat Shiva Brand, Shabnam Ismail definitely play because you don't have a pacer who can take wickets. So Shabnam Ismail has to be there, and Amelia Carey, who was taking for you wickets for you, Amelia Carey only. She was the Purple Cap winner one game ago, and suddenly you drop one just because of combination. So that was, we couldn't understand that, and I think no one can understand that. So I think Amelia Kerr has to play, and then you see in your top five you have to all three open foreigners batting. Nicola Carey, Nat Shiva Grant, and Amelia Kerr. For in your top five. So I think that can be a move that Imai can look, because what I have seen, I think Trishari, you can understand what I am saying, that Nicola Carey has that game that she can handle that new ball. I think she can play that anchor role. What I have seen so far.
Absolutely. But guys, I am highly disappointed. There are only 6 likes. I thought there would be at least 15. Okay, since there are 6 likes, I will take 6 comments, out of which 3 are done. Avinasha Arora is saying, तुरिशा नहीं है मेरा नाम त्रिशा है बाबा त्रिशा जी as Heather Knight is taking coaching role in the 100 now, will she be a part of England setup in T20s or ODIs now? Ideally she should be, but again we have to see what Charlotte Edwards thinks about sharing the coaching role with someone. Okay, so there are 11 likes, so the number of questions increases to 11, out of which, as I said, 4 have been taken, so 7 more. Okay, Sudarshan Kane is saying, and thank you, Sudarshan, for what is this called?
Super chat.
Super
Super.
chat, yes. I was going to say Snapchat.
That's a complete different thing.
Exactly. Okay, Sudarshan has come up with a very interesting, on this opening thing only. I don't know why am I not making Nat Siverbrandt open. She's a fine player. She can adjust. She can take time earlier. Once set, she does not get out easily. Nat Siverbrandt for opening, Snehashish?
I think there is still some questions against moving ball. I think when the ball is swinging, then maybe Nat Shivavan may not score that much of run, may get out. What I have seen so far of Nat Shiva, but I think that is why the number three role is perfect for her, because she gets that
Hmm.
time. Generally, she come out to bat around 4, 5, 6 over when the swing is almost gone and the spinners have started
Hmm.
to come in, or the medium pacers have started to come in, and that gives her the time to get settled in. And she's a very
Hmm.
fantastic player of spin. There is no doubt about that. And the later part also she can go for the aggressive shots. So I don't think Nat Shivabrand's role is perfect at number three. I think you shouldn't change that. But as I mentioned, I think Nicola Carey can be a good option for them at the top.
Yuko Manikandan says, am I struggling? And it's clear they're relying on the same core players. UP Warriors and GG had weak squads initially, but they have strengthened post auction. MI, on the other hand, seems stuck. Uh, MI seems stuck more, and this is very, like, I also feel extremely funny when I say this, but they are stuck because Nicola Carey has performed. Had Nicola Carey not performed, I think they would have been in a better situation. But even then, when Haley Matthews came back, of course, I don't think that um Haley Matthews performed even 30% to what her potential is. And because
Exactly.
of that, see how different now DC looks. Now that Marizanne Kapp has contributed both with the bat and ball.
Hmm.
Whereas, if Haley Matthews does the same thing for MI, suddenly this MI squad will also look different. But to bring in Haley Matthews, or to keep Haley Matthews, to drop Amelia Kerr is not something that is going down very well with me, in the sense, because Amelia Kerr was your purple cap holder, so she has been giving you breakthroughs. I don't think you can afford not to have a spinner like that. Though I would say Vaishnavi has done a fantastic job in the first game itself, but you want someone with her. The job that Amanjot did, now add Amelia Kerr's overs to it, it would have been, it could have been much, much more difficult. But yeah, I think they have to somehow find a way of keeping um, Amelia Kerr and not probably going for Haley Matthews. One solution I completely agree with Snehashish is, letting Nicola Carey open the batting, and Amanjot. I think both will do a good job. Sajna, I'm not convinced that
Yeah.
should be opening the batting. अविनाश अरोरा इज सेइंग 10 लाइक कर दो पहले, नहीं तो तुनिशा जी क्वेश्चंस नहीं लेगी। भाई तू हर कैसे कैसे पॉसिबल है कि हर बार मेरा नाम गलत बोल रहा है? नहीं पॉसिबल है, मैं भी स्नेहाशीष का नाम गलत बोलती हूँ, और स्नेहाशीष की एक तो दीदी है जो उसका नाम डेफिनेटली गलत बोलती है। Okay, Yuko Manikandan. Am I miss Charlotte Edwards? Because now they have all kind of coaches, wicket keeper, spin, pace, batting, fielding, but they're struggling. Snehashish?
Yes, I think they have a very long coaching setup, but yeah, I think sometimes it happens. I think with every team it happens. You cannot be consistent in every season of a competition, and I think sometimes it also good for a franchisee. I think this
Huh?
season can be a good wake up call for them.
Oh,
That yet how good you should be prepared in an auction before the
mm,
just retaining your core players is not going to be the only solution for you going forward into a season. I think
mm,
from the next season onwards, I think in the auction you can see you expect MI to do better with the backup options. I think that has been
yeah,
the main problem for them, that they have retained their core players. That is fantastic. They have managed to bring back some players who have played for MI, understand the value of the franchise. That is also good. Someone bringing back someone like Shabnam Ismail and all everything. I
yeah.
can understand, but still there is no such backup who are experienced enough and who can say, okay, if you give me chance, I will do the job for you. I think that has been the problem. Maybe this season can be a good wake up call for MI, that going forward we have to go for good quality backups so that this kind of problem doesn't happen again.
Yuko Manikandan is saying, Trisha Akka, please do an interview with Mithali Raj and Julan Goswami. I'm big fan of both of them. Mithali's interview was there right after the World Cup win. Jhulan's interview was done recently by Boryada
Mhm.
himself, Lisa Kitely and Jhulan Goswami. As far as again Mithali and Jhulan are concerned, I think both of them will be there for the Trailblazers conclave, which is happening in March, and we will have 2 sessions on women's cricket. So
Yeah.
do watch that. Do keep a close eye on that, and I'm sure you guys will get a lot of insights from there. As far as being a fan is concerned, I think the two people in this in this live stream are also huge fans. Half the country, people who are aware of women's cricket, are huge fans of Mithali and Julandi both. Yuka Manikandan, my England T20 World Cup 11. Okay, listen to this carefully. Huh?
Mm.
Danny Wyatt, Sophia
Mm.
Dunkley, Nat Silverbrandt,
Mm.
Heather Knight, Alice Capsey, Amy Jones, wicketkeeper, Danny Gibson, Sophie Eccleston, Charlie Dean, Lauren Bell, M. Arlott, or S. Glenn, England have a big opportunity to win the World Cup. No, I think there's one spinner too many in your 11. In England conditions, there will be two spinners,
Hmm.
um, not
Eccleston and
so many of
Charlie.
them. Yeah,
So Eccleston and Charlie, you were saying. I think A Margaret will play definitely. She
yeah.
cannot be
Emma
on.
Arnold will
Yeah,
definitely
A Margaret will
play.
definitely
Yeah.
play. I only want to explore two options there. Instead of Sophia Dunkley maybe, and instead of Gibson. I think Gibson is a
Yeah,
good potential, but she hasn't performed to her potential.
correct.
Even in the ODI World Cup, I think she got injured. But
Yeah.
even for that, I think whatever opportunity she got, she performed. Even if you see, I think in the 100 also, I think she didn't perform that much well for London Spirit. So I think Gibson and Sophia Dangri, these two position, I will love to explore some other options if there anything available. Otherwise, we have to go with them. But all the other names are quite fantastic, and I think they will be there in the playing eleven.
Absolutely. Yuko Manikandan, my India Women T20 World Cup 11, Smriti Shafali, Jemmy, Harman, Richa, Amanjot, Deepti, Shriyanka or Prema, Charni, Kranti, Renuka, backup players, Aru, Kamalini, Kashvi, I'm saying. Kashvi, yeah, pretty much
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, pretty much same. Yeah.
Rono 44, oh, this is an interesting question. Why Gardner and Gigi management put Kashvi instead of Bharti, or at least Wareham last outing where their required rate was going high to higher?
Mm. They sent Kashvi right ahead of them.
Yes.
Uh, Yeah, I think if you see the partnership was there, I think it was between Kashvi and Bharati Fulmali, right? The
Yeah.
partnership was there. I think they put up around 50 plus partnership, 56 or 57 something. Yeah,
Yeah.
you can argue with the at which pace Kashvi scored compared to the required rate at that stage, because they were chasing a target, a competitive target. But maybe I think they thought that Kashbi maybe understood, because the pitch is not that good. The pitch is not that good in Vadodara, right? In Vadodara, it is not easy to go out there and play your shots. I think for someone like Wareham, uh, pitches like Navy Mumbai, I think kind of suits her, because the ball comes onto the bat, and maybe when you are chasing in the second innings, the dew is there, so the ball easily comes onto the bat. I think that suits someone like Georgia Wareham, because she is from Australia. The bounce is there. The balls come onto the bat. I think it also helps someone like Georgia Wareham. But in pitches like Vadodara, whatever we have seen so far, I think maybe that is why GG management have thought that someone like Kashbi will understand it more better than Georgia Varam, can play shots according to the situation as quickly compared to the Varam, and maybe that might be the thought process. But yeah, I think do you think Trishati that played a huge role of losing that game, or it was okay? I don't see anything problem in it.
Yeah, same here. I mean, I think they would have. I mean, I should not probably say it this way, but I think they were already quite behind and probably would have still lost the game. So I don't think it is
Mm.
uh, big about just sending Kashvi. I think they have got their batting order wrong, but I also think that they should have sent Bharti instead of Kashvi. To be very honest, because I did not understand why. And had Bharti Fulmali not been there, I would still understand, or not performing, I would still understand. This is something that I've not understood, be it with Mumbai, be it with Gujarat, that when somebody has performed, you have sent Amanjot Kaur to open. Amanjot got a 40. Then why are you sending her lower down the order? Then what was the point of sending her up, in that order? This is something that I have not understood at all. So yeah, I think, as I said, for me, um, definitely according to form, it would be uh, Bharti first and then somebody else.
Mm.
But by the way, in the meanwhile, I was just checking something. Somebody sent me a picture of that, Marizanne Kapp hitting the last six yesterday. And then why was she so unhappy? I did not understand. And saying
Yeah.
something to Jemmy. Like, I feel Jemmy must have said that I should have the strike next over. So Marizanne Kapp must have got very angry that, hello, you think I can't finish? But yeah, I would love to hear what Marizanne Kapp. In fact, did you see after yesterday's match the whole Delhi dressing room video that they have put up?
Hmm.
In that, the Tiggy Boo that basically
Tiger,
cushion that they
that
give,
tiger.
yeah, that was with Lucy after the
Lucy.
last match, and Lucy gave it to Jemmy after this match. So Jemmy said that I want to share it with Marizanne Kapp, and of course she then went and shared it with Cappy, and the entire dressing room was screaming, "Cappy smile, Cappy smile." And Cappy is like, I am smiling. So I think Shafali was the one who has immense courage. So Shafali says, "We want to see your teeth, not smiling like this." Okay, Bhanumati is saying, will Kamalini be ruled out of the Australian series? If she is, then I think Rahila Firdos or Tanya Bhatia would be good replacements, or even Mamta Mariwala. Yeah, I think all three names are good. Tanya, the only reason Tanya probably would be a little backseat is because of the fact that she cannot bat in T20s for sure. Sorry, something happened to my eyes.
Okay.
I didn't even see Mumbai Indians fielding. What happened to my eyes? But yeah, I think you're correct. Rahila Firdo, I'm almost tempted after last night's Rahila's wicket keeping to take her, to expose her. Like, when I say expose her, not in a negative sense of the term, to give her that exposure.
Yeah, yeah.
Not like expose her, go ahead. So I would be tempted to take Rahila, but also I would be tempted to take Tanya for the test match, one of test match,
Mhm.
because that is where I feel, I would be okay if Richa plays as a batter. In test match, there will be enough place to hide her as a fielder, and have Tanya do the wicket keeping bit. Kavya Jain, Arey baap re, Trisha Di, now MI is realizing the value of Yastika Bhatia. Do you think, Snehashish, if Yastika Bhatia was not injured, would MI
Mhm.
retain her? What do you think?
Mm,
Okay, I thought, why is Snehashish giving me silent
no,
treatment?
no, it's very difficult. I think still it's 50-50 because ultimately the longevity, the long, the option. G Kamalin is someone is an option for next 5-6 years for them easily.
Right,
For
right.
Yastika, even if they retained her, I think even in 1 or 2 seasons you have to go for another wicket keeper, a new wicket keeper. So I think, and I think if G Kamrani was there for auction, available for the auction,
Mhm.
I think Imai could have spent a lot of money to get her if they really wanted to get G Kamrani as the backup of Yastika Bhatia. So yeah, I think maybe they could have retained her, but as a long term solution, I think G
Hmm.
Kamrani was the best bet, and I think that is what Imai. And you have seen the thought process of Imai has been always like that. They
Yeah,
have always
yeah,
think for that, the next 3, 4, 5 seasons, not like the quick solution for the next season or
yeah,
maybe the next 2 seasons. So I
yeah.
think from that perspective, I think we have gone with someone like G Kamalani over Yastika. Obviously, Yastika being injured, that also played a huge role. But yeah,
Bhanumati is saying, do you think Mumbai could try in Nat in the opening slot? She can face the new ball as she bats at number three. I think Snehashish has already answered that Nat is not an option. Sharanya Haldar, now Pooja is back. Who Pooja? Pooja, our Pooja. And if she plays, I think Prema will sit out. Is Pooja Vastrakar back?
I don't know. I have no such news that she's back.
She is
If you
not
guys,
getting continuous chances, but she is a very potential player. एक लेगी चाहिए हम लोगों को वर्ल्ड कप में. वो सब तो ठीक है भाई. तुम लोगों ने पूजा वस्त्रकर को किधर देख लिया?
हाँ, अगर आप लोगों ने कोई वीडियो देखे हो या कोई पिक्चर देखे हो तो हम लोगों की बोलो, हम लोग भी जाके देखेंगे। पर हमें तो कुछ अभी तक तो पता नहीं है ऐसा कुछ। अच्छा ही वापस आ जाए तो।
That's true. अच्छा है. बट अभी तक हमें नहीं पता है. अगर आप लोगों ने कहीं देखा है, न्यूज़ पढ़ा है, so do let us know. We will cross check because I don't know. Mm, wait a second. Can you take some questions? Let me see if I can find out.
Okay. No, I cannot take questions. That is the issue.
Wait, I'll give you a question. You answer that while I'll
Done.
go.
Done. Done.
Bhanumati Bandhu says Nicola Carey, I think, is going to be dropped. Mumbai is now realizing that they need to play in two spinners and two pacers, so they need to go with them. Nicola is mostly going to be dropped. Do you think Nicola is going to be dropped?
See, they can do. I think whatever they are doing so many wrong things in the last three games, and I think another they can do one more by dropping Nicola Carey, and especially in this type of wicket. I think in this wicket you need someone like Nicola Carey. The kind of a bowler she is, I think she can be pivotal in this wicket. You have seen already. You have seen few games in this Vadodara wicket. Slower's ball. See yesterday Marizanne Kapp spell. The ball is not getting that bounce if you are bowling wicket to wicket. And what is the specialty of Nicola Carey? She will go and hit the right line and length, and bowl wicket to wicket. So I think for this pitch, I think she will be perfect. And at what pace that she bowls generally, I think that will be perfect for against any opposition. So I am not in favor of dropping Nicola Carey, especially in this track. And even after whatever performances that she has given, I think you cannot drop a player after that, because whatever as a franchisee you might have asked from her, I think she has delivered. She has bowled at any situation of the game. She has batted brilliantly. Build partnership when needed, and and in the last few games she has opened the bowling also, right? Along with even in the last game, along
Yeah.
with Shabnam as well, she only opened the bowling. So and
But she
she
did
is.
not bowl more than 1 over and she was not on the field, so maybe she's injured.
Yes, yes, maybe. If there is injury, then you absolutely you have to change. There is no doubt about that. But
Yeah,
why?
that's for
But
sure, Snehashish. Nobody's playing an injured
yes,
player in
but
that team.
yes, but is that a plan going forward, or is the force change? That will be key. That okay,
Yeah.
am I okay? Just because of injury we are replacing, that is fine for me. But if they are playing okay, anyway we are going to replace you with Amelia Kerr just because we want another spinner. I think that is not a right call. As I am saying that despite playing a half fit, Haley Matthews at the top, it's better to play a full fit and inform Nicola Caddy.
Absolutely. Pavan Suresh is saying, should Gigi try Kim Garth? Yes, I think Gigi should absolutely try Kim
Yes.
Garth in Vadodara conditions. I think she'll be a handful. And she can bat, not as good as Georgia Wareham, but of course can bat. And in these pitches, I do feel that, sorry, Kim
We
Garth will
know
be more effective than.
we know that she can bat. We all remember that Vizag contribution.
Please don't talk about all this. We have still won the World Cup. So
Yeah, but
unnecessarily don't remind such sad things. Every time I see Nadine de Klerk, I can remember when South Africa was 81 for 5, you, me, and a
yeah,
friend of ours, we were chilling and we were saying we
yeah.
will go home early. So kal ka kuch plan banayenge, ye, wo, falana, dimkhana. And then after some time, we are looking at each other and we are like, शो करने चलते हैं मैच रिपोर्ट बदलना पड़ेगा so yeah it is what it is. And in fact I remember when Chloe Tran and Nadine de Klerk were having that partnership
Massive.
where they were just taking singles initially. We were like acha they are trying to pull it till the 50th over or something of that sort. क्या ही कर लेंगे ऐसा in
थोड़ा
our
ज्यादा ही
head it
पुल
was
कर
like
दिया
क्या
वो
ही
लोग। थोड़ा ज्यादा ही पुल कर दिया वो लोग। Unconducted। तब पता चला अच्छा तो गेम प्लान सही था उनका।
and in fact when Chloe Tran got out I remember we were like chalo
हाँ,
now it's
अब
the
तो
end.
खत्म।
And we stood up, I closed my iPad and we are like, okay, we'll go for the show. Report to likh hi liya hai. And then something went absolutely wrong with Nadine de Klerk. I mean, it was her game plan that we got to know later on, but yeah, she just bamboozled all of us. Um, Okay, Bhanumati, is Carey injured? She didn't take the field. I think so because, and I'll tell you why I think so. A, because she did not take the field. B, because she did not bowl her overs. And C, because yesterday post match, Harman was sounding quite frustrated about the injuries. So I kind of felt that maybe. Carey is also injured, and that's why she's so frustrated that mid season, so many injuries hitting them.
Even Sajana,
Okay,
I think
Bhanumati.
Sajana's injury can play a good role. Sajana, the shoulder that she hit, I
Oh
think.
yes, Sajana's injury can, because Sajana was also sitting out for a
Yes,
longish
yes,
time.
yes.
So Sajana, then Nicole Carey. It is tough. It is tough. Bhanumati, what do you think should be India's best playing 11 for the T20 World Cup? Snehashish, bataiye.
Best playing 11. I think Smriti, Shafali, Jamie, Harmanpreet
टॉप
Kaur,
फोर सबको
captain.
पता है. टॉप
Yes.
फोर सबको पता
Then
है.
Richa, then
दीप्ति.
Amanjot,
दीप्ति.
Deepti, so 7 हो गया. और श्रेयंका 8, श्रेयंका 8, क्रांति, रेणुका, or I will go with someone like maybe Arundhati. Arundhati.
Not Charni.
Oh, Chinese. Too many spinners, Tushadi, maybe? Three spinners, Dipti, Charani, and Shriyanka.
So you're saying three pacers and two spinners.
Yeah, Shefali can chip in with 2 overs.
No, that's fine. Fair enough, if you think so. I would still go for
Yes.
Charni. Kranti would change between Renuka Arundhati as needed, and Renuka Arundhati as needed. Shriyanka, yes. Deepti, and the rest, as you said.
Yeah.
Yuka Manikandan Women's Champions League could happen with WPL, WBBL, 100, WCPL, and Super Smash winners. It's a great opportunity to grow women's cricket because women have the window to play Champions League. I don't mind. I mean, we don't mind. Why would we mind?
बट प्रॉब्लम है
Bhanumati
तब
Bandhu.
वो प्रॉब्लम होगा ना कि एलिसपेरी किधर खेलेगी, आरसीबी में या सिडनी में, तब वो
नहीं,
नया प्रॉब्लम
अगर
रहेगा.
किसी का एक से ज्यादा टीम है, वो अलाउड नहीं है खेलना.
वो तब तो हो गया.
Okay, Bhanumati is saying top three batters and bowlers currently in India amongst the active players, and why did you pick them? Like in terms of consistency or pressure? Top three batters for me would be Smriti for consistency. Yes, she does not perform in crunch matches, maybe, but how many World Cup semifinals are you playing in 1 year? So you have to win the bilaterals, which is where Smriti is very good. So Smriti, um, wow, Shafali, because I don't think
Impact.
Shafali, anybody can match Shafali. I would like her to be more consistent, but the potential, um,
Impact.
the impact, yes. And number three, right now, to be absolutely honest, would be Richa Ghosh for me. I think consistently doing that role, performing that role of 20 runs of 10 balls, 8 balls. It's something that she has mastered. So that's why I would say Richa Ghosh. I'm sad that I had to put Jemmy out of this, but I think Jemmy's consistency is a bit of a problem as far as I'm
Mhm.
concerned. Three bowlers. Okay, bowlers. Renuka, the wicket taking ability. Yes, you might say that she doesn't bowl in the death overs, but in the power
Deepti.
play, she's super effective.
Yeah.
And she picks up wickets in the power play dimes a dozen. So, yeah. Um,
Deepti.
Deepti,
Yeah.
Deepti, of course, because she can bowl in every stage of a match, be it T20, be it Test, be it ODIs. And also the other thing with Deepti is she brings in a lot of variations, has the
Mhm.
Yorker, has the slower one. So yes, Deepti for sure. Number three,
Charani or Arundhati?
Charni.
Charani.
Definitely Charni. Among this lot, I would say Charni. I also like the way she bowled yesterday in the death overs. I think she came
Yeah.
back very well. First 2 overs, she went for 20 runs. Then the next 2 overs, she went for 13 runs and picked up 2 wickets. That too bowling at the death. Also, what I like is Chani is bowling the tough overs, getting hit. But she's not changing that rev. She has not become
Mhm.
flatter. What I was scared of when she was initially being used in the death overs was what happens is death overs you get hit. And unless you can tell yourself as a bowler that you know what, it's all right, batters will come at me in the death overs, and it is important that my variations are around the stock ball and my strength, that I get revs in the ball. And I was scared that Churny might change the way she's bowling, but that did not happen, and thankfully that did not happen, because then I think she'll lose shape completely.
Fine.
Okay, Tanmay Pujari is asking, is Pooja cleared from COE and is also joined the team? Is it true? We have no such information, Tanmay. If we have, we'll definitely let you know. Okay, Yadu Shaila Murli is asking, who will replace Sajivan Sajna? She's injured in last match. Who should replace her? From the Mumbai squad, who do you think can replace Sajivan?
Very, very difficult. Very difficult. Maybe the same kind of role. It's very difficult to find someone who can play the same kind of role that we know that Sajana can play. I think someone like Poonam Khemnar might play the role. Poonam Khemnar
Poonam is
maybe.
already in the playing 11, na, Baba?
Yeah, she is in the playing 11. That is why.
So the players outside the playing 11 are Amelia Kar, Nalla Reddy, Triveni Vashisht, Mili Lingwat, Saika Ishak. So your only option would be,
Triveni.
I think Triveni Vashisht.
Triveni, yeah. I think Triveni will come in. Yeah.
Okay. कहाँ थे हम लोग? हाँ, Rono 44, which will be our probable playing 11 in the upcoming T20 World Cup? What do you think, guys? हमने अभी बोल दिया ना?
Hmm.
क्या बोला था playing 11? स्मृति, शफाली, जेमी, हरमन,
Disha,
रिचा,
Dipti,
दीप्ति, अमनजोत,
Vijay,
श्रेयांका, क्रांति, रेणुका, and Charni.
Charan.
Bhavjot Singh, UP Warriors opening pair, Meg Lanning and other what should be? G Trisha. If
Jeet.
tomorrow they do not try G Trisha, then this Trisha G would be very upset. When I'm saying Trisha Ji, please don't think that I'm calling myself Trisha Ji. My surname is Ghoshal. So of course it
Yeah.
becomes Trisha Ji. Yuko Manikandan, a women's legends league would be awesome. It's a great idea to see our childhood heroes play again,
Hmm.
reliving those epic moments. Just imagine Mithali Raj, Julian, Meg, Lee, and others sharing the field. Let's hope
You,
somebody thinks of the idea.
yes.
Let's hope that this happens.
I just
Sharanya
wish
Haldar,
that your wish gets fulfilled.
yeah, we hope your wish gets fulfilled, and we hope that Snehashish and I get to cover such matches, because we would love to cover Mithali
Yeah.
and Jhulan, even if in their worst they can't be too bad. you know so would love to cover that. Sharanya Haldar, I think कल अगर वैष्णवी के साथ अमेलिया कर होती तो कल डीसी नहीं जीत
Hmm.
पाती और इतना इजी नहीं होता फॉर श्योर. या ये तो मैं भी अग्री करती
Point.
हूँ. Rupali Bhatia, why doesn't DC go for their shots and finish matches earlier when they have wickets in hand? बस उनका मन करता है कि मैच को थोड़ा सा टेंस बनाए, व्यूअर्स को थोड़ा सा टेंशन में
Yeah.
डाले,
But
फैन को, और इंटरेस्ट बना रहेगा ना. डीसी
yeah,
एक अकेला
टूर्नामेंट के
ऐसा
बारे में
टीम है.
सोचते हैं. टूर्नामेंट के बारे में सोचते हैं.
हाँ,
लास्ट जाए पिक्चर.
अगर वो लोग खत्म कर ही पाते रूपाली, तुमको लगता है नहीं खत्म करते? I don't think Vadodara pitches are that easy to bat on. So yeah, once you're set, it looks like a very different track. But when you're not set, it's not easy to play your shots. Um, Hanumati Bandhu, I think Mumbai is starting to realize the value of Yastika Bhatia, a technically sound batter who used to build partnership with Haley. She was also excellent behind stumps. I think, this is almost like crying over spilled milk, because Yastika, even before the auction, was injured. So it's not like, you can directly blame Mumbai, much like you can blame probably DC for, Meg Lanning fans have blamed DC for letting her go. You can't do the
Yeah,
same as far as Yastika is concerned, when it comes to Mumbai. How do I end up
absolutely.
getting entangled in my own charger wires? God knows. Yeah, sorry. Rupali Bhatia, how about playing Alana instead of Lucy against RCB? Makes no sense because there's no turn in this track. So I don't think playing an extra spinner helps. I don't know. Bhanumati Bandhu, I feel RCB, Gujarat, and DC will make it to the playoffs. I feel GG will beat UP Warriors, and the player of that match would be Beth Mooney or Renuka Singh.
Ooh, Beth Mooney. Hopefully, I think it has been a very disappointing tournament for Beth Mooney.
No.
And I think she is not scoring runs. I think that is why also as a wicketkeeper also she has looked a bit sloppy. But I think one innings for a player like Beth Mooney, I think one innings is needed, and maybe tomorrow is the day against UP Warriors. Meg Lanning will not happy to see her friend, former colleague, scoring runs against her only. But yeah, I think tomorrow could be the day that Beth Mooney
Actually, that
finally
is the
arrived
reason I
in
don't think
WPL.
Beth Mooney will be able to score. I think Beth Mooney and Meg Lanning has had so many performances that Lanning would know
No, no,
exactly
no,
where to get her. Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Sharanya Haldar, I am sorry to say, what are you going to say? I'm sorry to say, and I myself is a Harmanpreet Kaur fan, and but the captaincy of a World Cup winning captain is just exposed in the WPL. I think she was getting help from Smriti and Amol sir also during the World Cup.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, I will let that go.
Yeah,
But
and
also,
it is fine. I think as a leadership in every team there is a leadership group. There is a captain, obviously there is a coach, but yeah, I think there every team there is a leadership group. 4 to 5 players, talks and then take a decision. So in an Indian team, there must be some decision from Deepti Sharma only. Harmanpreet, yeah, should
correct.
talk
I
with
think
someone
Deepti
from
also was
Deepti.
taking a
Yeah.
major role along with Smriti and Amol Mazumdar. But also, I wanted to say that this is where I think, MI has suffered more this season. When you're talking about Harmanpreet's captaincy being exposed, I'm sorry, but and this is completely on her captaincy. I have not rated Harman ever as a good captain. But in WPL, her captaincy was never exposed before this because there was a cushioning of the Nat, Amelia,
Mm.
Haley Matthews, and Shabnim Ismail, the likes of these players who have captained or who have been in
Mm.
leadership roles for their own teams. But my only question is, Snehashish, how are these people not supporting her this time round? And when I say not supporting her, is because if there are so many things that are going wrong, it cannot be on Herman alone.
Yes,
It has to,
absolutely.
because Natsivar Brandt, she has gone to Natsivar Brandt over and over again with the death over, and Natsivar Brandt has failed over and over again. Now, Harmanpreet does not need to set, much like Jemimah does
Mm.
not need to set a field for Marizanne Kapp.
Yes,
Same
yes,
way, Harmanpreet does not need to set a field for Natsivar Brandt. So, Natsivar
yes,
Brandt must be doing it. So, while when they are successful, I am someone who keeps saying don't give that credit to Harman. So when they are unsuccessful, that discredit should not go to Harman either. You know,
absolutely.
Nat Silver Brandt with the bat has been still good. With the ball, I think has been more or less a failure this season. Now you look at Haley Matthews; she's not giving you anything with the bat and the ball.
Yeah.
And I have seen, you remember, Snehashish, I told you the first game that Haley Matthews was playing for
Mm.
Mumbai,
Mm.
that
Mm.
she's looking so nervous and so overwhelmed that she's going to Harman continuously for help. Harman's captaincy has been exposed, yes, because the people, the leadership group around her has not actively worked. Something that Grace Harris said stuck with me. I think Deep Das Gupta asked her in the commentary box that, do you think that, sorry, are you the fielding captain? Because she was chirping around saying, go right, go left. So she said, no, I am not. Radha Yadav is the fielding captain, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah.
Of course, she then said that she sneaks into the bowling meeting instead of the batting meeting. That is a conversation altogether. But The way she said, I don't go to fielding meetings, but I sneak around when it comes to bowling meetings. I'm more interested there than batting meetings.
And she is yet to bowl in this competition.
No, apparently every single match, just before
Hmm.
coming out on the field, when RCB is coming out to field, she just taps Smriti and says, just saying I can bowl. This happens every game. This is the ritual that just before going into the huddle, when Smriti is walking, she just taps her and says, just saying I can bowl. But yeah, as I said, I think something is going wrong, because winning is a habit, losing is a habit. This is what happens. A team that is not performing, suddenly the cracks start showing. It is not always that cracks are there. I'm so sorry. Okay, Rono 44 is saying which teams can qualify for the eliminator. I know Trishadi will definitely say one time it's DC, but what's the other one? And Snehashish, the what about you? Snehashish, go. Go
Hmm.
means don't go away from the line. Tell your choice.
I think UP Warriors and DC.
I also think it's going to be UP Warriors and DC. Okay, Viraj More is saying Cap consistently restricting runs in power play overs is gold for any side. I agree, she's an all rounder, but she's too good to watch when she bowls the key overs. Oh, it's love to watch Cappy bowl the way she bowled yesterday. It's vintage Cap. That's what I messaged a friend of mine, that vintage Cap is back, and the reply was, "How much are you gonna soon over Cappy bowling?" Just by the way, I'm just tell everyone my reaction when I first saw Marizanne Kapp in that South African practice. How did I go? I was like, Cap.
Oh, yes. And Cap was just coming out, for the practice sessions. And before,
And you were saying something. You had become Jemimah. You were going on doing some putter there. Yeah,
I think regarding some practice that okay, let's
yeah,
see Tushadi, this player doing that player doing that. But Tushadi was in awe of Marizanne Cap, and it should be. I think it should be. And more than me, Tushadi has witnessed Marizanne Cap playing, and obviously she being a former pacer, she loves Marizanne Cap. And when she came, and by the way, what I can remember that she was sitting in the dugout and preparing
yes,
herself,
yeah,
and Tushadi, I was telling Tushadi something that okay, we have to do this thing, we have to do. Trishati was not in her zone that time. She was completely looking at how she is getting ready, how she is getting
yeah.
prepared for the practice session. There is nothing to watch about what she is doing with the ball or bat. There is nothing she was doing. She was getting ready for the practice session. That is what
She was
Trishati
tying
was
her
saying.
shoelaces, but also she
Yes,
was very meticulous about that. She was
yes,
like, she tied her shoelaces twice because apparently, she was very meticulously trying to do the left string first and then the right thing. She has like meticulous routines, and I
yeah.
was I was absolutely adoring that. And Snehashish, I have not heard one word of what Snehashish has said, but Snehashish was going on speaking. You see, X is doing this. Why? I keep quiet for 2 minutes. Let me see what's happening. No. You think, and he's planning tomorrow. You think I'll write on this? Should I write that point? I was like, does Snehashish not stop talking or what? And by the way, Snehashish is an introvert. Let me tell you guys. But somehow at that point, he had 10 things to say. Okay, let's go to the next one. Shaila Murli is saying, I think UP Warriors power hitting in the last 5 overs looks little bit weak on paper, and who should replace Kiran Navgire? Kiran Navgire, G. Trisha should replace. But this is something that I also wanted to ask you, Snehashish. What about finishing role? Because get Simran Sheikh in.
Yes, that can be an option. I think they should try Shimran Singh because you don't have such power hitter, who can finish the job for you. If you see the options in the middle order, Shweta Sherawat and even Deepti Sharma, you cannot expect Deepti to score 30 of 10 balls. You cannot expect that. Deepti can score 30 of 18 or 20 balls at 150 strike rate. That she can done. But that cannot help you to score those important 40 runs of 18 balls if you need at that stage. So that role can be played by someone like Shimran Sheikh. Because if you compare the other teams also, at least they have some options. For GG there is Bharti Mali. For RCB, I'm not saying there are a lot of options for them. Okay, for okay for MI, at least they can rely on someone like Sajana Sajivan. At least she can go and play those kind of roles. And for DC also, you see, you have someone like now Lucy Hamilton can do the job for you at that. Marizanne Kapp is there. Shinil Henry, if she is playing, she can do the job for them. So all
Yeah,
the teams have someone for that role, that who can score the bricks 30 of 10 balls if needed, even
yeah,
if you're batting fast order. But when it comes to UP Warriors, they have struggled. Even today morning, I was going through some stats. Obviously, Trisha, they can understand why. But yeah, I was going through some stats. But in the death overs, I think their batters have struggled. They have, I think, average was like kind of 30 to 35, and it is not good. If you really want to do well in a tournament like WPL, at least in the last 5 overs you have to score around 45 to 50. Doesn't matter
yeah,
whatever wickets you are losing 6 wickets or 4 wickets or 1 wicket, doesn't matter. But the average of runs should be around 40 to 50, because then that, if you are scoring at the end of 16th over, if you are 140, if you score those 40 or 45 over, then you can reach that 180, 190 mark. Otherwise, you will end up with scoring 150, 160. So I think that has been a problem. I think Shimran Sheikh can be a good option.
yeah. Um, okay, Bhanumati Bandhu is saying Mithali Raj is my favorite batter. She backed everyone during their tough times, but was betrayed. She deserved more respect as she carried the team for 20 years. Well, yeah, both of us agree, but I'm sorry, when I read betrayed, suddenly, वो damsel in distress का वो दिमाग में आया. But true, I completely agree with you that when she needed, probably she did not get the support of everyone. But yes, of course, she carried the team pretty much on her own for almost close to 2 decades. So I think, yeah, she deserves a lot more respect any day. Shreyansh Jain, even after such big tournaments, hardly we get 1-3 new Indian players. श्रेयांश तुमको क्या चाहिए? हर बार WPL के बाद 11 नए 11 चाहिए क्या तुमको? 2-3 ही मिलेंगे ना? तो 2-3 में तो
आईपीएल में
बहुत
भी
है।
तो ऐसा ही होता है। आईपीएल में भी तो ऐसा ही होता है। कहाँ आपको पूरा नया
हाँ, तो
टीम मिलता
तुमको
है।
पूरा टूर्नामेंट अलग चाहिए, लाइक टूर्नामेंट के बाद एक अलग प्लेइंग 11 जाएगा क्या हमारा? क्या
दो
बात
इंडिया खेल रहे हैं आई वर्ल्ड कप।
है? Viraj More, Vaishnavi and her flighted deliveries hits the right area regardless of the situation. Wow. Ravi Sinha, Vaishnavi Sharma's release reminds me of Pragyan Ojha quite. You were the one who was telling me about this, right?
Yes, yes.
Mm, Vaishnavi Sharma's release reminds me of Pragyan Ojha, quite round of action. Helps her bring the stumps in play more often than not. Adding arm ball slider would do her world of good, which I think, eventually she will add on. Uh, you know, just give me 1 second. Huh?
Yes.
Yeah, sorry. Uh, Ashish Shand- Ashish Shandilya. I hope I
Mm.
pronounced the name right. Laura and Jemmy together, do you think providing power surge in middle overs to DC, or it's time to bring Henry back instead of Laura and keep Hamilton in the mix? Hey? Why would you replace Laura Woolworth with Chanel Henry? ऐसे डराओ मत तुम लोग. क्या बोल रहे हो भाई? Manikandan is saying, who is the best women's umpire according to you? My choice, Sue Redfern. Any day. Any day
Mm.
it's Sue Redfern. Nobody better than Sue Redfern at any point of time. Okay, Snehashish Anj is asking Jemmy captaincy positives that you like.
Uh, Positive, I think, backing her players. I think she
Yes.
put a lot of trust on her players. I think there are so many occasions we saw that even a player is going hard time in that particular over, or somehow they have not managed to get the ball, or maybe a misfield or something. She was always there to chip in and telling him, okay, it's fine, it happens. Let's be focused for the next ball. So I think that is you need from a captain. I think that is
Mm.
it there. She always looks there. And Another is that I think that she has improved game by game a little bit, understanding at what stage which kind of a bowler is needed. I think Tushadi has notified this that small changes that she has managed to do in every game. Understanding that in this pitch, Shefali Verma can bowl in the death overs. Then in the next game, when she understood that okay, Shefali Verma is not perfect for this wicket, then she went for someone like Charani. I think game by game she is showing that improvement. I think that is what you need from a captain. But yeah, I think just few games, what 5 games now as captain. So
Yeah,
I think more games, just give her time. I think she will do good job.
I agree. Ashish Andalia is saying, Trishadi, is this WPL matching the hype it was supposed to after CWC win? Because for IPL 2007, T20 win was crucial. Every single match is going down to the last over.
The
So
quality has improved this season.
the
There's
quality
no doubt.
has improved a lot. And if you're talking about people watching, then yesterday in Hotstar, I was saying, I was seeing 2.8 crore people were watching at one point. 2.8 crore. Ugh, such a pleasant feel. I can't tell you guys honestly. I'm telling you, and I'm not undermining anybody or their fandom or anything of that sort, but probably none of you are understanding the emotions that someone like me would be going through since the 2025, since 2nd November itself, the kind of emotions that I've been
Mm.
going through. I think I can't even describe. I can't tell you guys because it's difficult to describe. I've seen women's cricket grow lips and bounds, and then to this. From being asked, "What do you do?" and in fact, I'll tell you a story. I met a friend of mine, or a classmate of mine. Friend would be a very different word to say. A classmate of mine. Um, in Esplanade, an area that, of course, anybody in Kolkata would know in
Mm.
Dharmtala. And she asked me, "What are you doing?" Back then, I was coaching. I had just come back from my MBA and I had joined as a coach. So I said, "I'm coaching," and she had said, "Oh my God." The madness of cricket has still not got out of your head. I thought you will be doing something serious after finishing your MBA. You're still into this. So after that, this happens, and that's why I'm saying, I can't basically describe how it feels, what women's cricket has achieved, how it has grown, and honestly feel the part of me that has stayed with women's cricket and that has tried to come back to women's cricket feels healed, feels good, feels proud, feels energetic, etc., etc., etc. So yeah. And even after many misfielding, how can Jemmy be so calm? See, that's the leadership in her. I think the way Jemmy reacts after such misfieldings is actually very, what do you call that? Is is a trait of a leader to not
Yeah.
jump at the first cause when there is a. And I think this is something that Mithali Raj had said in Kaun Banega Crorepati. Amitabh Bachchan had asked her that how can you be so calm on the field after somebody has misfielded. She had said, I mean, people do not do it on purpose, right? Nobody is misfielding or dropping a catch on purpose. Shouting that I don't think helps anybody at that point, because the next ball that's coming to them will make them, anxious and scared about the next ball. Yuko Manikandan, Lizelle Lee's got a new goal, participating in the 2028 Olympics. Even if it's not as a player, she's umpiring junior level games in Australia, but
Yeah.
maybe we'll see her in a different role. That video was the best because towards the end, if you have watched the video, Marizanne Kapp, of all people, says, "Oh yeah, she has got a bit of accent. She speaks with a bit of accent now that he umpires in Australia. Just remind her that she's still from South Africa to get over this accent, okay?" Okay, Himansh Gupta vlog says, if Pakistan going with their senior women team in Asia Cup Rising Star, then India also includes some experienced players in their squad. I think Pakistan does not have too much, like, they do
Options.
not have too many options, whereas India has enough options to send actual rising stars to Asia Cup Rising Star, and they will do so. Um, Rero 4321. Kotambi is so vibeless, guys. DY on an empty election day had more vibes, expected better. I actually had not expected better. I think I had said this to Snehashish that
Yeah.
Kotambi will take some time to adjust. Every venue takes a little while to adjust, but a few more games and you will see vibes turning up in Kotambi as well. Um, Riro 4321. Anushka is a serious talent. For rare
Yeah.
few, just a few glimpses is enough to determine their talent. She definitely has a bright future. Agreed, Snehashish, right?
Yeah, yeah, no doubt about that. I think the kind of shots that she plays, I think she is a future. Just
Yeah.
hope that nothing serious injury happens. I think this is the correct
She's
stage
back.
of her career. Yeah, she's back. I'm just saying that going forward, nothing serious injury happens because this is a correct stage that you need to play game on a regular basis. That helps you to grow. Otherwise, if injury happens, by God forbid, then it will prevent your growth, and ultimately you can find it tough going forward. So I just hope that she continues to play wherever she gets opportunities, and she's a serious talent. There is no doubt about it.
Okay. Pooja is in Vadodara, and Pooja has, I don't think she's training, but I do think that she's there with the team. Pooja is in Vadodara currently. That's
Okay,
that's the news. And somebody has said, I saw Pooja's story. She's at Vadodara. Oh, okay, Vadodara with the
okay,
team. So I thought she's back. Okay, okay. So yes, Pooja is confirmed to have been seen
yes,
in Vadodara. So whether she has joined the training or not, probably will be able to tell you in a bit. Himanshu Gupta vlog. Chamari Atapattu is best replacement for Haley Matthews. अम, आपने मुझे वो कंफ्यूज ही कर दिया था। मैं हीली मैथ्यूज में आई एम थिंकिंग हीली मैथ्यूज दोनों को क्यों रिप्लेस करना है भाई। बट रिप्लेसमेंट क्यों होगा, वो इंजर्ड तो नहीं है ना अचानक, मतलब बीच सीजन आप कैसे इंजर्ड उसको मार के थोड़ी इंजर कर दोगे क्योंकि परफॉर्म नहीं कर रहे, क्या बात कर रहे हैं। 04321, are you tracking the WPL fast bowling hunt? What's the fastest ball and bowlers tracker? How can we track? हम कैसे
yes.
ट्रैक कर लेंगे, हम थोड़ी अपना ट्रैकर बिठाएंगे। बीसीसीआई
In
अगर
different
कोई प्रेस
cities,
रिलीज देता
yeah,
तो
in different cities it is being conducted one by one
हम्म,
cities. But yeah, I think at the end of the complete setup, then we'll get to know, I think, about what happened or anything, at what pace they have been bowling. But overall, I think it is happening city by city, one by one.
absolutely. Anjali V3R3H says, Heidi, I love the way Laura and Cappy do not get irritated with Jemmy as she talk a lot, as it also keep her going. But the way Laura and Cappy back her was commendable. Your thoughts also? Alana King was also backing Jemmy as we saw in post match. Yes, I think all of them are backing Jemmy. They do understand that, she's young and she has a lot to talk about. I think, see, it is commendable that someone like Marizanne Kapp not only lets Jemmy talk so much and not get irritated, but for example, a Shafali. Oh,
Yeah.
Shafali all the time is doing something or the other, saying something or the other, has pranks up her sleeve, and there is a young bunch there. So I think same goes for someone like a Sophie Divine was talking about how Kanika Ahuja plays pranks,
Mhm.
and Kashvi and Kanuka, sorry, Kanika, not Kanuka, Kashvi and Kanuka, Kanika keeps this thing going, the dressing room going. So it's fun. These young kids, and I think that's the fun about franchisee cricket,
Yes,
that
yes.
you get such talents. Akash Yadav, India has very good opportunity to win T20 World Cup, okay, because of so much good batters and bowlers, and Australia is not at Australia level, just need to improve win fielding, which will be the difference of India winning World Cup. Should RCB play Pooja in place of Sayali and Aru Reddy in place of Rawat? Because still feel RCB is one batter short, Pooja Vastrakar can fill that role. Well, Pooja can, but can Pooja is the question. As in potential talent, everything wise, Pooja can fill
He
up that
can.
spot. What, but is she fit enough to do it or not is something we don't know. Anjali is asking, as DC won the toss and elected to field, but chasing is also very difficult. Your thoughts? Which and Heidi, which team should win in maximum match so that DC can qualify for playoffs according to situation? Let RCB win, let UP win, and let DC win, and they will all qualify. Simple. Yeah,
Done.
I think if RCB wins the next game against Mumbai and DC also wins their game against Mumbai, which is the next one after that, not Mumbai, sorry. If DC wins their game against RCB and RCB wins their game against Mumbai, then definitely DC puts themselves in a solid position because one of UP and Gujarat are anyway going to lose
Mhm.
tomorrow. So that's it. No, when I say that's it, don't think Snehashish comments are done. Mukesh Parmar says, do you think Deepti Sharma is not properly utilized this season by UP management, Snehashish?
Mm, yes, mainly the batter Dipti. I think Dipti's
Yeah,
position should be at number five, and that should be fixed irrespective of the situation. She needs to
yeah.
bat at number five role. Doesn't matter what is the situation is. So I think that has not done well, managed well. With the bowling, I think she could have been used better, especially in the power play overs. I think she can give
Yeah.
you that quick wickets with the new ball. That I think Meg Lanning. But in the last, I think in the last two games, I think you can see Meg Lanning started to finally understood the role of every player. Finally,
Mm.
she has come up with the thought, okay, we now go for Kranti for those 4 overs. Initially, even Kranti was not bowling of her 4 overs quota. So I think game by game, she's showing that every player's she's understanding the role of every player. So I think with Dipti, I think she's a very good option for you at the start of the innings also, for the back end of the innings also. So I would love to see her getting used properly, especially in these two phases as a bowler. But as I said, as a batter, number five should be fixed for Dipti, irrespective of any situation.
Yadu Shaila Murali is saying, what do you think about Shafali Verma captaining DC in future? I think Jemimah did decent, but could Shafali be an option for DC in the future? Shafali Verma is a World Cup winning captain, so of course she can.
Yeah,
And I think Shafali would have been one step ahead of Jemmy had she been more consistent as a batter. So right now, Shafali in the future, definitely not only DC. I think
in
Shafali could
cricket.
be one of the franchise's leaders. I think Jemmy Shafali, both of them will lead one franchisee, and they'll be in two different franchisees. Amitav Ghosh is saying, should BCCI ban Perry for not playing in WPL, whereas she's playing in New South Wales local games on 9th Jan and 20th Jan? Not this year, maybe, but definitely next year. Or if this keeps happening, then I'm sure this ban thing will uh, happen. Akash
Mhm.
Yadav, Trisha, apart from Harman having two trophies, Captain Kaur as batter has by far the best Indian batter in WPL. Fingers crossed she can replicate these performances for India so consistently. In her 10 15 years of career, she has not done it consistently for India, but let's hope she does it during the World Cup. That's the most important part right now. Anjali, actually, when yesterday, when Sanskriti got hit for boundaries, Harman did not comfort her. But when Charni or Nandini got hit for boundaries, the way Jemmy comforted them was so appreciable. Your thoughts? But I think that's the nature, no? Harman does not walk up to her bowlers really. Apart from once, I had seen her do that to Krantigor when Nadine de Klerk
The
was hitting
bottom.
Krantigor. But other than that, I have not seen Harman really go up to her bowlers and talk to her. That's her way of dealing with things. And Jemmy's way is completely different. Jemmy actually goes and
Mhm.
talks to her bowlers. Even, yes, as I said, when Nandini missed an easy run out, she went and said, It's fine. It's just fine. You bowl. It's just fine." Anjali, yesterday in the commentary, Mithali Raj appreciated Jemmy for her knock. I mean, uska knock ही अच्छा था, तो of course. एस कुमार, ओके, फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल एस कुमार एक ही बार कमेंट करो, हम लेंगे कमेंट, तो तुम इतना टेंशन मत लो, भले ही हमको तुमने जोकर बोला है। अब देखते हैं कि हम जोकर है तो कौन सा जोक हमने क्रैक किया है। You jokers don't know the rules about yesterday Lee out. According to umpire Anil Chaudhary, she was not out, but umpires and Mumbai love story continue. Okay. हम जोकर नहीं है, पर आप बहुत बड़े जोकर हो, ये तो बहुत ही श्योर है, क्योंकि द रूल हमें बिल्कुल ही पता है, ऐसा नहीं कि नहीं पता है। आपको अगर लगता है कि हमें नहीं पता है तो हमारा शो सुनना ही नहीं चाहिए आपको, पहली बात है। दूसरा है कि अगर हम जोकर्स ही है तो हम मजाक ही करेंगे ना। जोकर्स कौन सा सर्कस में आके मजाक न करके सीरियस चीजें बोलते हैं, तो हम तो मजाक करेंगे। अब आपको सुनना है सुनिए, मत सुनना है मत सुनिए, बट दैट डज नॉट चेंज द फैक्ट दैट लिजेल ली was out yesterday, and that remains the truth. Just give me 1 second.
Yeah.
Okay. um, where was I? Akash Yadav, Trisha, WPL Speed Queen seems very gimmicky. Under 19 and under 23, only bowling speed checking is what? Nothing if you don't have line, length, and swing. If speed matters only, then Lauren Filer will be best. अरे पगलायट इंसान, वो स्पीड चेक करेंगे फिर लाइन एंड लेंथ पे तो काम करेंगे क्या यार तुम? कहाँ से क्यों ऐसे लोग हो तुम लोग? हर चीज में नेगेटिव चीज ढूंढना जरूरी है क्या? Indian supporter triple one. Pooja Vastrakar is back. RCB going from strength to strength. More power to RCB. If Pooja Vastrakar is back, then I think it's brilliant for RCB. But how much is she match fit? Or is it a case of like how Pratika, Yastika were watching their team from the VIP stands? वो देखना पड़ेगा. Yuko Manikandan, Caps always taking off her gloves while running between wickets, and it's frustrating as a DC fan. One good throw and it's a run out. No, she does not take her gloves when she's running between wickets. She takes her gloves off after she has completed the run. S. Kumar, how can Jemmy be player of the match? Lee better strike rate, one best catch, but this overacting ki dukan, Jemmy got player of the match. I'll tell you why Jemmy is player of the match. Because you understand nothing of cricket. But the awards educator does, understand what is this POTM about. Player of the match means somebody who has finished the match and impacted the match. Yes, Lizelle Lee's 46 was an impactful knock. But ask yourself, if you understand any bit of cricket, forget about cricket, if you understand maths, S. Kumar, then ask yourself, would Delhi win when Lizelle Lee got out? Had Delhi won? No, right? Jemimah, that 50-run knock finished the game for Delhi. That's why she won. Okay. Kavya Jain, Trishadi, check RCB women's account. Pooja is back. Good if Pooja is back.
Okay.
I think it's fantastic for RCB and at the right time, to be honest. Sharanya Haldar, who will solve our number 4 problem after Harman? Any thoughts? Yes, good question. Who can solve our number 4 problem? I feel it can be Amanjot.
Yeah, Amanjot can be number 4.
Vratika Z8B. Is Snehashish Indian or foreigner now, lol? I think he has given his documents. He's trying to stay Indian.
Yes, I am trying hard, but I will get the confirmation tomorrow. By tomorrow noon, I will get the confirmation. Otherwise,
Okay,
in
then
few
you
days,
can say,
this live might become international live. So let's see.
Akash Yadav, Trisha, in Indian women's domestic cricket, are there players who bowl mystery spin like Varun, like 30-40% like him? And are there bowlers who can bowl carom bowl? Can you name them? Just wanted to know. Carom ball to spinners kar hi sakte hai, but I don't think there's any mystery spinner as such who we need to look out for right now. शुभम वशिष्ठ, डीसी शुड बी बैंड वर्स्ट फ्रेंचाइजी। पर ये तुम हमारे शो में क्यों लिखते हो? ये बीसीसीआई को लिखो ना, बैन तो वो करेंगे, हम थोड़ी करेंगे भाई। काव्या जैन, त्रिशा दी झूठ नहीं बोलूंगी। नहीं, तुम झूठ क्यों ही बोलोगी? झूठ मत बोलो, अच्छी आदत नहीं है। जब डीसी के मैच लास्ट ओवर्स पे आ गए थे तो डर लग रहा था वापस से चोक ना हो जाए। हाँ, ये तब मुझे वो परेश रावल वाला मीम याद आ रहा था, धक धक हो रहा है। Indian supporter, WPL is great in terms of cricket, but these players are too much goody goody with each other. Come on, we need some hostility, guys. Only
Why?
masala we need is Harman versus Smriti, like Virat versus Gigi. ऐसा कुछ ना होने वाला. Viraj, more a word on Harman's form, orange cap just before a T20 World Cup, similar to Virat, a lot to learn for the youngsters. If she can replicate this for India, definitely. And yes, youngsters have a lot to learn from Harman, I'm sure. Manikanta Suri, any reason why Harman is so consistent in WPL compared when to India? नहीं ये तो वो अकेली ही बता सकती है. Singdev Y1F. Snehashish, I'm trying to read the comments a little faster because the comments are not stopping. But we are already 1 hour 20 minutes into the show. Will UP Warriors play final this year? No, I'm sorry. That would be RCB versus DC. Gisht. DC should play in GL. Who's GL? Oh, Chanel, you mean?
Chanel,
Okay,
Chanel.
and Alana in place of Laura and Lee. Huh?
No, Alana. Why everyone you guys want Laura Ulvert to get dropped? I'm not
Yeah, I
understanding.
have no idea. And
What
what
she was
mistake
done
has she
wrong?
made?
Yesterday only she got out. Unfortunately, she was not like played a bad shot and got out.
Laura Woolward in a corner is standing and saying, "Khara hu aaj main." Manikanta, how much role Lisa has in yesterday retaining Carey compared to Amelia? Lot of changes in MI every match. Probably head coach not gelled with MI properly, but you could not have dropped Nicola Carey on form, just on pure form. In fact, that is where I thought Haley Matthews will be dropped instead of Amelia Kerr. Again, completely on form. Okay, Kist is saying Mumbai should play in Millie and Perry in place of Divine and Super Satish and Sabina Nimegna. ये कौन सी मुंबई की बात हो रही है? पेरी कहाँ से आ गया मुंबई में?
वो भी
ये
डिवाइन के
तो
जगह.
पता नहीं, बहुत कंफ्यूज किया गया. डिवाइन भी कैसे आ गए? ये सुबह सतीश सबीने मेघना भी कहाँ से आ रहे हैं? कुछ नहीं समझ आया मुझे. Tanmay Pujari, which team according to you has brought out the best out of Indian talent in the WPL? I would say RCB to some extent. BC also to some extent when it comes to Nandini. I think they have unearthed a very good talent. But that way, MI also you have to say because I thought Rahila was very good yesterday. So
Anushka, Gigi.
Anushka, Gigi has done that. So yeah, I think all the teams have done well.
Mm.
Do you think that Sindhu could come in for Sajna Sajman? PV
Tita
Sindhu?
Sadhu. Tita Sadhu.
Dita Sadhu, okay. Even Bhanumati has commented below. Sindhu is a badminton player, not cricket. What are you saying? Okay, Gisht, you mean Tita Shadhu, but Tita Shadhu is in a completely different team. How can she come in place of Sajna Sajivan? For a second, I was saying, what? How? Okay. Singh Dev. Acha, Sneha Sheesh,
uh,
there are a lot of questions on Amelia Valverde, who's the new Indian women football
oh yes,
coach.
yes.
Can you find out a profile on her? Keep a profile on her ready till I take the two questions before that, and then I'll come to you.
Uh, okay, 1 second. I just have to take my laptop then. Just give me 1 second.
So are you going to leave the show and go?
No, just
Indoor or Dharmshala would have been far better choices for the next WPL leg. Kotambi is a massive downgrade after the DY Patil experience. Yes, I agree. Manikanta Surya, I feel Mumbai will pull Shafali for future captain just like how they did with Pandya. Could be. Pretty much possible. Abhay, many people told Vadodara is going to 200 plus but 175 plus is winning score. Okay. Manikanta, MI made a big blunder but by not choosing much of specialist batters or bowlers. Though they had success, they have only Ismail as specialist bowler, mostly overseas. All-rounders are other bowling options. Correct, I agree. Michelle Chandra is saying, Trisha, can you tell me the distinction in Australian Western female athletes' fitness and physique as compared to Indian women's? Is it cultural or diet? It's cultural, actually. A very good question, Michelle, because in the last few years, have been traveling to other countries. I mean, European or Western countries, and have seen this, Michelle, a lot, that since kids, everybody is into fitness. They walk a lot. We don't walk as much, right? Until and unless it's absolutely needed. They run, and when I say walk or run, we probably walk or run for our job, but they do it as something, as part of their daily routine. So every time you go to, whether it was in France, whether it was in Australia, whether it was in England, uh, early morning and later evening, you would see crowds, sorry, you would see parks crowded with people jogging, running, exercise, stretching, um, and running marathons together and all that. So it's a very, very cultural thing. And in our country, what happens is, once you have reached that elite state, once you have been selected for state cricket or state team in any other sport, that is when you begin your fitness journey, nutrition journey. Otherwise, how many of us at our home itself, look into the chart and say, okay, today I had carbs, so now I should have protein, and this is how I should balance my diet and fitness regime. So I think it is completely cultural, and not something else.
Mm.
Yeah, are you back to talk to us
Yes,
about Amelia Valverde?
yes, yes.
Please talk to us about Amelia Valverde.
Yes. So Amelia Valverde, the new coach for India's senior women's team. So basically, the 39-year-old is from Costa Rica, and she has already joined the Indian camp in Turkey. But because the Blue Tigers are preparing for the AFC Women's Asian Cup, Australia, which is going to be in Australia. But when it comes to Valverde, she was a former player, and she began her coaching career in 2011, and she was the longest serving coach in the history of the Costa Rican women's national team. Okay,
Mm,
and leading last Ticas from 2015 to 2023. Under her tenure, I think they saw various success. She led the senior side to win gold medal at the 2017 Central American Games, silver medal at the 2018 Central American and Caribbean Games, bronze medal at the 2019 Pan American Games. And that is why she was named the CONCACAF Female Coach of the Year also in 2016. So very high profile coach when it comes to women's coaching, women's football coaching. And hopefully, see, we all know how bad condition of football in India, especially men's football. I think the only bright spot in India right now is the women's football. I
the
think they have been
women's football.
fantastic. Yeah, they have been fantastic, especially in the Asian stage or maybe in the world stage also. I can say the way they
Mm,
have played, the way these girls have played, and especially if you see, there are a lot of girls who are playing in the abroad clubs also, abroad cities. They're playing
yes.
Champions League also. I think that also helps them. So I just hope whatever they have done so far, it's been remarkable. But with the inclusion of such an high profile coach, I just hope there is so many good things are waiting for us to see from this women's team. So let's see how they do in Australia. I think that will be the first big test for them, and I hope that they do well.
Right, we hope so too. Indian supporter, my ex used to message me a toxic message and copy paste it 100 times. One day I had to block her. Just got a flashback due to some guy commenting again and again. Okay. Okay.
I just got blanked. Why he's
I
comment?
was also
And,
reading the comment and I'm thinking, what? What is
and when Kishan was writing, I'm just thinking, what can be the ultimate question at the end of the
no,
all the.
exactly? I'm also thinking, what is the exact question and how is it related to the life? But okay, understood.
Yeah.
MR, because of five teams, some overseas are just warming bench and domestic, like Titash, Dia, Trisha spend season after season without playing. Yes, of course. I think we will see an increase in teams, or let us hope that we see an increase in teams. Viraj More, quite unusual pacers dominating spinners in terms of wickets on Indian soil. Something to look out for the selection committee for World Cup in June, as batters are struggling more with pace at the moment. Interesting observation. MR 974, bad scheduling, double headers, two venues, and three match in 4 days. Yes. Manikanta Suri, if MI have problem with opener, why can't NSB open? Because she's not an opener and she's doing well at number Three, you don't need to change her and Harman at all. MI should not touch their batting order as far as Nat Brandt and Harmanpreet Kaur are concerned. The only two players who are working for them, you don't want to disturb them. Varshini rule says why you are not liking Harman. Because Harman does not come to my house, I don't go to her house, so we don't like each other.
Done. Okay. खत्म. Next question.
ये कैसा सवाल है? मैं हरमन को क्यों पसंद करूंगी या ना करूंगी? मैं उसको जानती तक नहीं हूँ. If she does something, I talk about her cricket. ये पर्सनल कुछ नहीं है. बट अगर आपको लगता है तो यही रीजन है, क्योंकि वो मेरे घर नहीं आते, मैं उसके घर नहीं जाती.
Okay.
बस हम दोनों को एक दूसरे पसंद नहीं है. Iman 974. Indian domestic players are bad catchers due to poor coaching standards at state associations. I completely agree with you. Mishal, fitness wise, yes, that's what I explained, Mishal. S. Kumar, Lee ran 46 with strike rate 164 plus one best catch, and Jemmy 51 run with strike rate 137. But Jemmy is POM. You said Jemmy finished match, but this match gone till 19 over because of Jemmy. Otherwise, match could finish till 7. क्या अपने आप मैच खत्म हो जाता? मतलब खुद ही से रन बन जाते. जेमी रन नहीं बनाती तो. एस कुमार जी, आपको जेमी नहीं पसंद है, मान लिया. पर फिर ठीक है, मतलब आप जाके लिजेल ली को प्लेयर ऑफ द मैच दे दो. जिनको लगा है कि जेमी प्लेयर ऑफ द मैच है, उन्होंने जेमी को दे दिया है. बात खत्म. ओके. Gist is saying, do you think Kashvi could become the captain of the Indian team now? उसको पहले इंडियन टीम में सेटल तो होने दो. कैप्टन कहाँ से बन जाएगी भाई? Sneha's reaction to the comment. He was like, huh? What?
Out of
Because
nowhere.
I have to actually read these comments and I'm like, क्या बोल रहे हैं? अच्छा, नेक्स्ट कमेंट तो मुझे कुछ समझ में भी नहीं आया. Gisht is saying, could Surli Kama tag come in place of Sajna and lead Mumbai? And lead Mumbai? First of all, who is Surili Kama tag? And secondly, if that player is coming in place of Sajna, why will she lead Mumbai and suddenly Harman will be, stripped of the captaincy? What exactly could have happened? Please explain. Okay, Vineet underscore Ambat, UP Dark Horse, yes. But Dark Horse? Okay, let's say Dark Horse. Shubham Keshri, it is tough for DC and Mumbai, Trishadi, because they have match against RCB. Correct, but one of the matches definitely RCB will lose, or at least they should. Otherwise, the law of averages is turning up to be pretty weird. Gisht, should RCB play in Pratyusha Kumari instead of Smriti Mandan? Instead of Smriti Mandan? कहाँ से आ गया भाई? क्या लिख रहे हो तुम लोग? कुछ ज्यादा देर लाइव हो गया क्या? क्या लिख रहे हो भाई? प्रत्युषा कुमारी, स्मृति मंदन एंड गौतमी, दो प्लेयर की जगह पे एक कैसे प्लेयर आएगा? पहली बात.
प्रत्युषा कुमारी एक ही प्लेयर है. प्रत्युषा कुमारी दो प्लेयर नहीं है.
And how is it possible that they will replace Smriti Mandana? For God's sake.
Smriti and Gautami. Gautami scored runs last match, so now she needs to be replaced. खत्म. क्या भाई? क्या comment आ रहा है?
Shibam Keshri is saying, Trishadi, who are your top three for playoffs? RCB, DC, and UP. Okay. Shibam Keshri is saying, why Titash not playing Trishadi? Because I have no idea. Yeah, this is something that I really have to find out. How can I find out? Let me see. कुछ खुफिया sources use करते हैं, ठीक है? Himansh Gupta vlog. If UP opened with Phoebe Litchfield and dropped Kiran and added Simran Sheikh in middle order. Wow. I think that would be a brilliant stuff. But where will you play Kiran Navgire then? Acha, instead of Kiran Navgire, you're bringing in Simran Sheikh. Acha. That can be done. Phoebe Litchfield and Meg Lanning opening, Simran Sheikh comes in the middle order. Yeah, sure.
But at number 3, who will play? That is crucial.
Yes. Best is replace Kiran Navgire with G. Trisha, keep Litchfield where she is. Or
Yes.
even then, if you bring in G Trisha can actually play lower down the order as well. And who can Simran Sheikh be brought in for? The other day, you and I were discussing. Sorry,
Mm. Imran Sheikh can be brought in for um, what the players cannot drop Shweta. Shweta is a wicket keeper. Um, who's the Indian option in the middle order? Uh,
Ruko, let me take out the team
yeah,
instead of
I'm just
making sense with it.
reading.
Anybody watching the live would suddenly feel that why are these two not talking and just sitting like that, because we are trying to find something out.
Yes.
अरे यूपी ने लास्ट कब खेला था मिला सॉरी मिल नहीं रहा था किरण नवगिरी के जगह जी त्रिशा अगर आ गई सिमरन शेख कैन कम इन प्लेस ऑफ नोबडी ओके मतलब जगह नहीं है नो नो आई थिंक हरलीन इज ऑल्सो प्लेइंग वेल सो हाँ ठीक है ये सिमरन शेख का ही करना पड़ेगा हरलीन को 3 में खिला दो हरलीन को
Oh
3 पे
yes.
भेज दो
I'll then bet
यस
in. Okay. Point. Point.
पॉइंट ठीक है हिमांशु गुप्ता वेल डन गिस्ट शुड डीसी प्ले इन तानिया इंस्टेड ऑफ कैप
तान्या इंस्टेड ऑफ कैप ये क्या हो गया क्या हो गया आप लोगों को भाई
कैप और दिया चलो दिया फिर भी एक पल के लिए मैं मान लेती हूँ पर कैप कहाँ से आ सकता है शी यूज टू प्ले फॉर इंडिया प्रीवियसली हाँ ठीक है बट नॉट
तो प्रीवियसली
शिवम
बहुत
केसरी सिंह
प्रीवियसली
प्रसादी record says whoever team have been top of the table has not won WPL. The record says that because all the 3 time it has been DC only at the top of the table. Oh, Gisht, Simran Sheikh is a pickleball player, not cricket. Acha, okay. Shivam Keshri, Trishadi is shocking that Mumbai Indians first ever not qualified for playoffs. अरे रुको जरा सबर करो ऐसा कोई एलिमिनेट नहीं हो गया है मुंबई इंडियंस 2 मैचेस है Himansh Gupta vlog, who are the 3 seamers for India in Asia Cup? Nandini Sharma would be one, quite sure. Kashvi would be another, could be. Or
या
will Kashvi be in Australia back tab?
Kashvi is for the ODI so I think she can play the emerging I think
Okay. So then number
yeah
3,
for number 3
Titash, I
mm,
feel, could be. Oh
yeah
no, Happy Kumar. Happy
Happy
Kumar.
Kumar yes Happy Kumar yes
Of course, of course. Gisht, you are saying right. Yeah, okay, right. Shibam Keshri, Trishadi, so funny you are. Thank you so much. Gish, Mumbai Indians should be led by Amelia Kaur or Sanskriti Gupta or Vaishnavi. They are better replacements than Smriti.
first of all they need to lead Mumbai Indians that is fine at least they play for Mumbai Indians that is fine but how can they replace Smriti Mandana in Mumbai Indians
अरे
कुछ तो
भाई
हो रहा है
साहब
कुछ तो गड़बड़ है
तो हो रहा है पक्का Okay, so let me run through the questions because 5 baje boss ka show hai. You guys have to be back live. MR974, some Indian domestic are really overhyped like Simran Sheikh, Kiran Navgire, both no technique, only power. I think I will still put Simran Sheikh above Kiran Navgire. Shibam Keshri, Vaishnavi Sharma, superb spinner as a replacement bowler. Bowl superbly, yes. Himansh Gupta vlog, where is Parshavi Chopra? I am guessing at her home right now in the afternoon. Where can she be? Mukesh Parmar is saying Harmanpreet Kaur is captaining Team India in T20 since 2016. Do you think it's high time to transfer her responsibility? Not until the World Cup. Now only 3 series and then there will be the World Cup. So Harman remains the captain. And after the World Cup, yes, I would have thought that Harman would have given up the ODI captaincy, but that hasn't happened. Shivam Keshri, Trishadi, will Harman open now? because they have tried every opening pair. Acha, you being sarcastic. Thank God. Thank God. Shibam Keshri. Trishadi explained briefly this injury replacement scam. It's not a scam. Shoulder injury hai Kamalini ko. Viraj More, was Amelia Kerr injured last night? Amelia Kerr? No. Nicola Carey. ये तुम लोग इतना नाम कैसे गड़बड़ कर रहे हो? Singh Dev, how does Kiran Navgire even get picked in league like WPL? I've never seen her perform except in one match for Velocity. I think Kiran Navgire got picked because of domestic performance, but that domestic performance also against which team? You know, Shibam Keshri, what a funny comment. How can Kashvi become captain now? At first, she play regularly for India. Kya ho raha hai? Batao, Shibam. Virat is saying Virat D5 J2J. For me, Harman is better player than Smriti Mandana क्योंकि बड़े मैचेस में और प्रेशर सिचुएशन में हरमन ने बेटर परफॉर्म किया है. मैं कहीं ना कहीं आपसे सहमति रखती हूँ विराट, क्योंकि आपने जैसे बोला है आई थिंक क्रंच मैचेस में हरमन के परफॉर्मेंसेस बेहतर है देन स्मृति के, बट कंसिस्टेंसी के मामले में तब भी स्मृति आगे है. सो कहीं ना कहीं वो बैलेंस आउट हो जाता है. बट अगर आप ओवरऑल फिगर देखोगे तो मैं आपके साथ बिल्कुल सहमत हूं कि क्रंच मैचेस की जब बात आई है, स्पेशली नॉकआउट मैचेस की जब आईसीसी टूर्नामेंट में बात आई है, देन डेफिनेटली हरमन हैज परफॉर्मेंस वेयर स्मृति डजंट. आई एग्री विद यू. शिव, किसी ने अभी बोला था ना हरमन मुझे पसंद नहीं है, तो फिर ये कैसे बोल दिया मैंने? गुस्सा मुझे इसी बात पे है कि वो ना मेरे घर आती है ना मुझे घर बुलाती है, बाकी कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है. Shivam Keshri, Trishadi, what funny comments giving by people in live. How can Sajna be captain? Harman is there already. वो तो बोल रहे हैं साजना इन प्लेस ऑफ स्मृति इन मुंबई. क्या बोल रहे, क्या नहीं समझ रहा. सिमन मित्रा, कौन है ये लोग, कौन से प्लैनेट से आते हैं? देयर इज अ अरशद वर्सी मीम नो रिगार्डिंग दैट कॉपी पेस्ट मैसेज. शिवम केशरी, पेट दर्द करने लगा. त्रिशादी, हंस हंस के फनी कमेंट्स सुनकर भी क्या बोलूं मैं. MR974, some Indian players who I think have no future in international cricket. Vrinda Dinesh, Subha Satish, Priya Mishra, Kiran Navgire, Kanika Ahuja because of height. उसको लॉन्ग जंप, हाँ उसको लॉन्ग नहीं, सॉरी आई मीन उसको हाई जंप थोड़ी करना है, उसके हाइट से क्या होगा भाई. एस कुमार, where is press release about G Kamalini injury? But MI got both Vaishnavi and G Kamalini both for next season. This rule should be changed. क्यों उनको वैष्णवी क्यों मिलेगा नेक्स्ट सीजन के लिए? जी कमलिनी है, उन्होंने 2 सीजन के लिए रिटेन किया है. शिवम केशरी, what happened to Kiran Navgire? Why is she struggling? I think she's playing one shot too many, Snehashish.
Yes, and not playing, not playing according to the merit of the ball. I think for a particular ball, you need to go for a particular shot. But if you see the dismissal of Kiran Navgire, I think it's a ugly whack every time. You cannot go for those kind of shots, especially when the ball is swinging at the top, in the first 6 overs. And especially in this wicket, whatever we have seen so far, I think she will struggle more if she continues that approach. I think in this wicket, you need that time. You need to settle it down fast and then go for your shots. But if Kiran Navgire, I think something has happened. That is why Trishadi already smiling, maybe. But yeah, I think.
I'm smiling, reading all the comments.
Yes, but yeah, I think for Kiran Navgire, I think this pitch will be more trickier than Navi Mumbai one. And if she doesn't change her approach, then things would not get easy for her.
MR974, I was surprised Ragvi Bisht got unpicked. Yes, I think that was a bit of a surprise. Yes. Singh Yadav, Singh Dev, sorry. Feel really sad for Danny White. She played IPL exhibition matches in harsh Mumbai heat to promote women's cricket and now can't even find a spot in the 11 when the league is finally here. Are. Shibam Keshri, Trishadi, will RCB lose any match or they win every match? अभी ये मैं कैसे प्रेडिक्ट कर दूं मैं? क्या पॉल द ऑक्टोपस दिख रही हूँ तुमको यार? कि तोता दिख रही हूँ मैं कि कार्ड उठा के प्रेडिक्ट कर दूं?
इसलिए को मालूम है कि आरसीबी एक ही मैच हारेगा डीसी के अगेंस्ट फाइनल में, खत्म.
2 मैच हारेगा डीसी के अगेंस्ट ग्रुप में, डीसी के अगेंस्ट फाइनल में.
हो गया.
Gisht, no, I meant Tita Sadhu could lead India instead of Deepti as she can clock 180 kilometers per hour and can also score 5 runs with bat. ठीक, वही होगा. Shibam Keshri, why no Harleen in Australia series? Harleen is there. No, she got dropped from T20 side.
Yeah. In ODI
Yeah,
side,
that's
she
fine.
yes.
Manikanta, 100 tournament has women's matches and men's matches on the same day. Is it something BCCI can consider? I feel it does good for women's matches, but I think it is a dream in India. हो जाएगा यार, बहुत कुछ तो हुआ है. Gisht, do we have any bowlers who can bowl at 10 kilometer per hour? As the slower you bowl, the better it is heard in a conversation. Acha. Shibam Keshri, how can Tanya play instead of Cap? What the logic coming this type of comments? वो क्या पता है. इंडियन सपोर्टर गिस्ट भाई, थम्स अप इज रेफ स्पोर्ट स्पॉन्सर. आप कुछ और सेवन किए हो क्या?
क्या ऑब्जर्वेशन किए हो आप? हाँ? आपको
भावना एम
स्पॉन्सर ही आपको
रेड्डी.
मालूम है, सही है?
Bhavna M. Reddy, Pooja Vastrakar joins RCB. It looks even solid now. भानुमति, ये गिस्ट कौन है? हाउ कैन अ बॉलर बोल एट 180 किलोमीटर? वो जानबूझ के कर रहे हैं, ऐसे मजाक करने के लिए. शिवम केशरी, आज क्वेश्चंस में बहुत गड़बड़ चल रही है, कुछ भी पूछ ले रहे हैं. शिवम केशरी, पूजा join RCB. Trisha Di, Pooja has joined RCB. I hope it's for training and not as a, you know, as a player who's gone there to support. Nirala Sarka, Jemmy and Laura will play on the same team in the 100 League. Yes. Bhanumati Bandhu, how can a bowler bowl at 180? From where do these people come from? Who is this Gisht? Kya pata hai yaar, jaan do. Viraj More, Amelia Kar didn't play yesterday, so was wondering if she was benched or injured. Strange to keep her out in a crunch situation. No, she was benched. She couldn't have been injured because she came out to field, right? In place of Nicola Carey. शिवम इज सेइंग निकोला कैरी इंजर्ड है, अब अमेलिया कर खेलेगी. हाँ. गिस्ट, कुड त्रिशा जी बी फ्यूचर कैप्टन ऑफ टीम इंडिया एज वेल एज दिस चैनल? इंडिया का शायद हो सकती है, ये चैनल तो मजुमदार को बिलोंग करते हैं ना, तो घुस जी का तो सवाल ही पैदा नहीं होता है. शिवम केसरी, वडोदरा पिच slightly slow compared to Mumbai. Absolutely. S. Kumar, you still do not know rule. Next season, both Vaishnavi and Kamalini both will be retained. But S. Kumar, you know, right, that we are jokers. So you already know we don't know the rules. तो हमसे एक्सपेक्ट क्यों कर रहे हो भाई? ये कैसे एक्सपेक्टेशन है? तो okay, last two comments. Last comment actually. MR974, regarding Kanika Ahuja height, it gives a player reach, swing while batting, fielding advantage, bowling advantage, with some like Eccleston gets high release, point, bounce, dip, etc. But I think bounce की जब आप बात कर रहे हो तब आप पेसर की बात कर रहे हो, right? So Kanika is anyway not a pacer. As far as batting because of height छोटा होना is concerned, फिर तो भाई सचिन तेंदुलकर ही बैटर नहीं होते. ये तो कोई बात ही नहीं हुई. Ripan Ghosh, is any chance of WPL team next year? No, because this mega auction was for 2 years. Okay. Afridi, Lauren Bell, RCB new queen after Ellis Perry. RCB fans love her so much. Okay. Mayank Thaplial. Opening ceremony of WPL should have had some genuine singer. Honey Singh does not have that level or stature that he should be invited for such a respected event. Well, Snehashish, you're stuck. अभी ये भी हम बोल ले कि कौन सिंगर आएगा, अभी क्या पता है. एस कुमार, यू आर 100% जोकर्स. 100%, मैं तो बोल रही हूँ 200%. पर आप देख क्यों रहे हो ऐसे जोकर्स को? नहीं, वैसे ये तो सच है, जोकर्स को लोग देखते तो है, ये तो है.
वो भी 1 घंटा 50 मिनट. वाह,
वो भी 1 घंटा 50 मिनट भाई साहब. चलो गाइज, लेट्स रैप अप. कल फिर मिलते हैं. 6:30 PM is the show. And this Saturday, we have got a special guest in Deep Dasgupta joining us for the pre-show. So do join in with your questions. And it was a fun Q&A session. Glad that we could take all the questions. But one more thing that obviously Snehashish and I wanted to say, we will be taking in as many questions as we can in the pre and the post show. But both the pre and the post show will be 1-hour shows, won't be more than that. That's about it, because physically थोड़ा impossible हो जाता है फिर हमारे लिए. सोना भी पड़ता है and all that, dinner भी खाना पड़ता है, तो वो सब के लिए. But हाँ, ये है कि बीच बीच में जब वक्त मिलेगा तब आके हम लोग ऐसा एक लंबा सा शो कर लेंगे आप लोगों के साथ. As of now, Snehashish, thank you so much for joining in,
Thank you.
as always, and thank you Pooja, thank you Rohan and Rahul for giving us the link, supporting us always, and
Today,
thanks to each one of you.
today the thank you goes to Prakash. He gave the link.
Prakash gave the link. Of course, there's Nobonil who gives the links.
Yes.
There's Abhinava and Anushka also who help. Biggest thanks to, of course, Boria Majumdar for letting us just be on our own and do women's cricket as much as we love to talk about it. And after thanking everyone, let's thank the main characters here. As the Gen Z says, main character energy. The main characters, of course, being you guys, our audience. Do like, share, and subscribe, because as you can see, it's not easy to do 2 hour shows. It's not easy to take the comments and replies. Uh, well, let's hope you keep supporting us this way, and see you tomorrow at 6:30 p.m. Till then, bye bye. It's DC match again, guys. Do join in, it will be super fun.
Yes. No. Tomorrow is not DC. Tomorrow is
Sorry,
UP
tomorrow
Warriors
UP
versus
versus
GG.
Gujarat Giants. My
Yes.
bad. Sorry,
Yes.
but that is also an interesting match because one of the teams will go
Interesting
one
match.
step closer to the
Absolutely.
playoffs, and the
Yes.
other team will slide a little one step back and will be entangled with Mumbai because
Mm.
4 points out of six
16.
games. So
Mm.
everything to watch WPL for, everything for the teams to play for. Do join in, and bye for now.